Okay, so I went back and looked at the folder again while he was at work. I scrolled all the way to the bottom. The oldest photos. There was a picture of Jake, younger, maybe 20, and he was holding a baby, and written on the back of what looked like a printed photo that he'd taken a picture of. Yeah, a photo of a photo. It said, Jake and baby Rosie, March 2016. R. Rosie. I think my boyfriend has a child that he has never told me about. Okay, so I confronted Jake. I didn't plan it. I didn't prepare a speech. I didn't do any of the calm, collected things the comments told me to do. He came home from work, put his keys on the counter, and I just said, who is Rosie? The look on his face. It wasn't guilt. It wasn't panic. It was something else. Something that looked almost like relief and pain at the same time. He sat down at the kitchen table and he put his head in his hands and he was quiet for so long that I started shaking. And then he told me. Rosie was his daughter. She was born in 2016. Her mom was his girlfriend at the time, a woman named Claire. They were together for 2 years. When Claire got pregnant, they tried to make it work. They really did. But Claire's family moved abroad when Rosie was 4 months old. They had a whole life somewhere else. And Claire, and I'm trying to say this without judgment because it's complicated, Claire decided it would be easier for Rosie not to have a father halfway across the world pulling her in 2 directions. Jake was 21. No money. No way to follow. She cut contact. He hasn't seen Rosie since she was 4 months old. He's never stopped looking at her pictures because Claire's sister used to send them secretly for years until even she went quiet about 2 years ago. He didn't tell me because, and I'm quoting him here, I didn't know how to explain a daughter I'm not allowed to be part of. It felt like admitting I failed her. I cried. He cried. Mango cried. She didn't, but she looked concerned. I was angry. I want to say that. I was angry that he kept this from me for 3 years. This is not a small thing. You don't hide a child. I told him that. He knows. But I also sat across from this man I love and I saw something I hadn't seen in 3 years of being with him. I saw the thing he'd been carrying, quietly, alone, this whole time. So here's the twist, and I need you all to understand I did not see this coming. After we talked for hours, I went for a walk to clear my head. I was on autopilot. I ended up sitting on a bench near our apartment. My phone rang. Unknown number. I almost didn't answer. I answered. It was Claire's sister. She'd found me somehow. My Instagram, mutual friends, I don't even know, because she'd been trying to reach Jake for weeks. His number had changed, and she didn't know how else to get to him. She said, Rosie has been asking about her dad. She's 8 now, and she wants to know him. I sat on that bench for probably 20 minutes, just staring at the sky. Then I walked home. I opened the door. Jake looked up at me, eyes still red, and I held out my phone and said, you need to take this. I watched his face when he heard who it was. I'm not going to describe it because some things are too private even for Reddit. We have a lot to figure out. He and I, him and Rosie. All of it. It's going to be messy and complicated and hard, but I know one thing. That little girl is going to know her dad. And somehow, weirdly, terrifyingly, I think that might make us stronger.